In the quiet mountains of northern Canada, there lies a lake that locals call the Mirror. It looks ordinary at first glance, still, cold, perfectly reflective, but those who've stood by its shore on certain nights swear it is not reflecting our world at all. In 2025, after multiple unexplained disappearances, a research expedition was sent to study this mysterious body of water. What they found defied every known law of physics. Unlike a typical lake, Mirror Lake's surface has a perfect, almost metallic sheen, and its reflection doesn't always match what's above it. Trees appear slightly older, stars shift positions, and sometimes people who stand before it see themselves staring back but blinking out of sync. The first scientific team to investigate brought electromagnetic scanners, drones, and sonar equipment. The drones never returned. Instead, distorted video signals showed landscapes that didn't exist. Inverted skies, mountains shaped differently, flashes of structures resembling ancient ruins submerged deep beneath the surface. When sonar pulses were sent into the lake, the signals came back altered, as if bouncing from another dimension. One technician described hearing her own voice played back seconds later, whispering things she hadn't said. Soon after, the lake was sealed off from the public. But locals continue to speak of strange occurrences, lights flickering over the water, echoes that continue long after a sound ends, and the reflection of a moon that isn't in the sky. The Mirror Lake phenomenon gained global attention when satellite imagery captured an impossible event. On one cloudless night, the lake glowed faintly from within, as if illuminated by something deep below the surface. The next morning, the light vanished, but 3 campers from a nearby site were missing. Search teams found no footprints, no signs of struggle, only 3 perfect sets of reflections still visible in the water, even when the rescuers stood nowhere nearby. Scientists attempted to rationalize it as a rare combination of mineral content, electromagnetic interference, and optical illusion. But private researchers argue the lake behaves like a natural gateway, a thin barrier between our reality and another. In one declassified 2025 document leaked from a Canadian research agency, it was revealed that during one experiment, a small metal probe disappeared entirely from physical sensors but continued transmitting data showing an environment with reversed gravity and inverted light. For 2 minutes, the probe recorded images of landscapes mirrored in impossible ways before communication abruptly stopped. Strangest of all, the probe's coordinates indicated it was still in the same location, just on the other side. What could this mean? Theorists believe Mirror Lake may be a membrane where 2 versions of reality overlap. The reflections we see could be glimpses of ourselves in an alternate timeline, a parallel Earth where events unfold slightly differently. Legends of the First Nations peoples in the region tell of the water between worlds, a sacred place where spirits travel between life and death, where time folds back on itself. Perhaps those ancient stories were never myth at all. Even now, hikers report hearing footsteps following them near the shore when no one is there, and seeing their own reflections continue walking after they stop. Temperature readings around the lake drop unnaturally fast during moonless nights, and camera footage often corrupts at exactly 3:33 a.m., leaving only static and a faint whisper that seems to echo, "Look closer." Those who have camped near the water say that the lake sometimes ripples on windless nights, as if something beneath is moving, watching, waiting. The last recorded investigation occurred in early 2025, when a team from a private institute returned to Mirror Lake with deep-sea drones designed to withstand extreme pressure. They recorded faint light patterns under the surface, rhythmic, almost like a pulse. Then, one by one, the monitors went black. The only remaining image showed the reflection of the researchers themselves. But there were more figures than people present. Since then, the Canadian authorities have declared the region restricted, citing environmental safety concerns. But conspiracy theorists claim the truth runs deeper, that a dimensional rift exists beneath the surface, one that occasionally opens just enough to let something through. Maybe those who disappeared weren't taken. Maybe they simply stepped into their own reflection and couldn't return. The Mirror Lake phenomenon remains one of the strangest and most haunting mysteries of our time. A window into a version of reality that shouldn't exist. And as 2025 continues, scientists remain divided. Is it a freak of nature, or proof that our world is one half of a mirrored universe? Whatever the truth, Mirror Lake waits, perfectly still, impossibly silent, holding the reflections of a world we may never truly understand.